Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, and in today's video, I will be talking about the Commanders playoff picture outlook for week 13 after that disgusting loss yesterday to the Dallas Cowboys. I'll give you guys an update on the current playoff picture, and I'll also be talking about some injuries that occurred yesterday. Dan Quinn gave us an update on those today in his presser. So, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so if you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into today's video. So like I said in the intro, I mean, we all know how disgusting, horrific that loss was yesterday to the Cowboys, man. I'm still processing everything that happened yesterday. I can't give a direct answer of what went wrong yesterday. We just looked unprepared. It was just, I don't know. Like, I still don't know. I'm still kind of speechless after yesterday. Felt a bit better today, but still, like, I just don't know what happened yesterday. I don't know why it happened. I'll talk about it a little bit in today's video, but I'll probably mainly talk about the playoff picture, what we can do in the next couple weeks to actually get into the playoffs. Although, with the loss yesterday, we may even be lucky to get into the wild card because at this point, the Eagles got the division. Like, we're not winning the NFC East. We needed to really win all 6 of our final games, and we just lost to Dallas, right? And the divisional games are most important. And if we can't beat Dallas, if we can't sweep Dallas, then we're probably not going to win the division. So the division is probably in Philly's hands unless something drastically wrong goes on with them, like if they go on a late season downfall like last year, and if we start to catch fire again, then maybe we win the division. But I just do not see them that happening, man. I mean, did y'all see what Saquon Barkley did last night versus the Rams? Unbelievable. So I think it's really the Eagles' division to lose. But let's talk about the picture right now. The Lions obviously first seed at 10-1. Eagles are second seed. Seahawks are third seed. They beat the Cardinals yesterday, so they have the tiebreaker over them. They are 6-5 right now, and the Falcons are also 6-5. They are leading the NFC South. And at 5th seed, you have the Vikings. At 6th seed, you have the Packers. And at 7th seed, you have the Commanders at 7-5. So while we are still in the playoff picture, we are the 7th seed. There are teams behind us that could definitely catch up to us. The Bucks, they got Mike Evans back yesterday. They beat the Giants. They could go on a bit of a hot streak over the next couple of weeks and win some games, and they could potentially get the 7th seed. The Rams lost yesterday, so that kind of helps us, as well as the Niners. They lost. The Cardinals, they are still sitting at 6-5. Now, I think they do have to play the Seahawks one more time, and they probably have to play the Rams and Niners, or not Rams, sorry. Yeah, Rams and Niners one more time each. So they are basically going to cancel each other out right there. So it may just be one team from that division making the playoffs, but it could potentially be 2. We shall see. Same with the NFC South. We'll see if the Falcons get on a hot streak again. They lost to the Broncos before going on their bye, so let's see if they win some games over the last 5 games of their regular season. But for us, we just got to get back to winning, man. I don't know if it's going to happen. The Titans just beat the Texans. They beat them 32-29, I'm pretty sure. The Texans, they have kind of been slowing down a little bit lately. They've been looking a little bit suspicious. However, they are still a good team, and the Titans beat them yesterday. And yeah, it's family business. It's a divisional game, but they still beat them. The Cowboys beat us, right? So we could definitely beat the Titans. However, is it going to happen? I'm not 100% sure. If you were talking to me before yesterday, before the events of yesterday's game, then I was like, oh yeah, for sure, we're beating the Titans, 100%. But after yesterday, I don't know, man. They could beat us. Like, they could 100% beat us next week. Not saying it'll happen, but it's very, very possible. So we'll see. But really, for us to make the playoffs, it just starts with us. We got to win games, right? We can make the playoffs at 10-7. We can definitely make it at 12-6, or not 12-6, sorry, 12-5 or 11-6. If we do not win 10 games, then we're probably out of the playoffs, in my opinion at least. because maybe the Niners, Rams, Bucks, Cardinals keep losing some games. Maybe we get one or two more wins if you want to get up to 9 wins, and maybe that's enough to make the playoffs. But in my opinion, you'll probably have to win at least 10 games. So we'll probably have to win at least 3 more games, which is possible. But once again, we lost to the Cowboys yesterday, so anything is possible at this point. We cannot overlook anybody remaining on our schedule at this point. So anything's possible. However, once again, in my opinion, I feel like if you want to get into the playoffs, if it's us and you want to get into the playoffs, you're going to have to win at least 10 games. So we'll see what happens. The chances we can surpass Green Bay and or Minnesota to get a higher seeding in the wild card, I'm not sure. Those teams just keep winning. The Packers beat the Niners yesterday, and the Vikings beat the Bears yesterday. In overtime, they are still looking really good. So not sure if they're going to drop any games or much games over the remaining 5 to 6 weeks of the season, but maybe they will, but we shall see. Now on to some injury updates. So DQ, he did speak to the media today, and he gave us an update on Austin Ekeler, Andrew Wiley, and Brian Robinson. Let's start with Ekeler and B-Rob, starting off with Ekeler. So obviously Ekeler, he suffered a concussion yesterday, and his second concussion of the year, and I feel like this one is going to take him a little longer to come back from because it looked very, very vicious. The first one he suffered against the Bengals only took him 2 weeks to come back. This one might take him 3 weeks or even longer because it looked very vicious. He was knocked out cold, lying on the ground for like 30 seconds to a minute. It looked pretty bad. Now, DQ did say today in his presser that he got tests last night. Ekeler got tests last night, and the test came back good. Now, he still is in concussion protocol, and he's going to be in concussion protocol probably for a while. He's not going to play versus the Titans. He may not even play after the bye versus the Saints. The next time we see Austin Ekeler might not be until the Week 16 game versus the Philadelphia Eagles, which would suck because we got an update on Brian Robinson. Now, he didn't give us any specifications with B-Rob's injury. All he said was he suffered an ankle injury. He came back yesterday after that hit, or the tackle that he suffered an ankle injury on looked really, really bad. He was down on the field for like 10 to 20 seconds. It looked really bad. I thought he broke something, but luckily he came back into the game, and he didn't do much, right? He didn't really play a whole lot because of the ankle injury. It was really Jeremy McNichols and Austin Ekeler for the entire game, toting the rock on the ground. So, you know, it would be nice to get B-Rob back for the Titans game because having both the B-Rob and Ekeler out, and we already know when B-Rob is out, our offense is not as physical. It's not the same. The game plan is not the same without B-Rob. So having both him and Ekeler out, it could get really, really ugly in terms of run game, right? It really could, man. Because we cannot afford to have both of our running backs out. And then as for Andrew Wiley, he suffered a concussion yesterday as well versus Dallas. I think it was in either the second or third quarter. He was out for the remainder of the game. If I had to guess, he's going to miss the Titans game. However, I think he's going to come back after our bye week and play versus the Saints, which is our first game after the bye. So that's really all I have to talk about in today's video. I guess I'll give you guys my thoughts, day after thoughts of yesterday's embarrassing loss versus Dallas. And the thing is, Dallas fans don't even want to win. They did not want to win that game yesterday. They were literally rooting against their own team. And I know, I was on social media yesterday. I saw some Dallas fans literally wanting the Cowboys to lose. Even the Cowboys themselves, they wanted to give that game away. Cooper Rush, he threw an interception to Noah Igbenogany. It was called back because of illegal contact by Noah Igbenogany. But they wanted to lose that game. They wanted to lose, and they were going to hand the game right to us, and we handed it right back. We lost not on just Austin Seibert, not because of just Cliff Kingsbury's awful play calling, not just because of DQ's awful decisions on the 4th and 2, on the decision to not go for it or not try a two-point conversion, and instead sending Austin Seibert out there, who has missed all day long. It was a collective effort from offense to defense to special teams, especially offense, really, because defense was good in the first half, but they can't finish in the second half. You can't rely on them in the second half and in late in the game. That's why we need our offense, and unfortunately, they haven't been there over the past 2 games. Really the past 3 games, but I see it as the past 2 games. Eagles game and yesterday's game. Yesterday was an embarrassing loss. It was a horrific loss. Can we bounce back from it? Yeah, we can. Will it be hard to bounce back from it? Yes, we can. Or yes, it will. Right? So that's really all I got to say. That's all for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Comment down below your day after thoughts from yesterday's game. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.